Hello friends, my name is Vikas.
So friends, we have an app by the name Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. This app is a one-stop solution to all the students who are burning the midnight oil to grab a government job. If you can see, once you have downloaded the app, you can go and log in through the Gmail ID or your Google ID. Once you are logged in, you will be transferred to this page. Here you can see various options about the courses that you have purchased and various courses that are offered by Affairscloud. In our courses, we offer current affairs on daily basis, on monthly basis, on weekly basis in bilingual language, that is both in English as well as in Hindi. We provide you current affairs on daily basis, weekly basis and monthly basis. If you see closely here, we provide you current affairs in quiz formats. Daily 20 questions quiz will be provided to you. We will be providing you with PDF of current affairs of that particular day, and current affairs as well as the questions will be provided to you on the YouTube channel, on our Affairs Cloud YouTube channel, where you can go and revise the current affairs also. Similarly, for weekly, every week you will be provided with 50 questions quiz, questions current affair related to your MCQs of compiled of that particular week, as well as a PDF containing the compiled news, compiled articles of that particular week. And similar goes for your monthly, that you will be provided with whole compiled current affairs of that particular month. That will be very helpful to you, and you will be getting a top 100 question answers PDF of that particular month also. All this material will be provided to you in our courses, which you can go and check on the application. Similarly, as I told you, we are bilingual. We provide you both Hindi as well as English also. All the content that I mentioned earlier, that will be providing daily, weekly and monthly, they will be provided to you in English as well as in Hindi also. Apart from this, we also provide you content related to your banking awareness. So the content, the questions, the information which will be helpful to you in cracking your banking exams, we are the one-stop solution where you can come and refer our content. Apart from this, remember, we provide you topic-wise PDFs, topic such as apps and web portals, national affairs, international affairs, sports, defense, apps and web portals, books, authors, obituaries, important days, all those topics. You know, these topics are highly important, and single question from each topic is definitely asked in your government exam. So we, on daily basis, on monthly basis, we cover all these topics so that you don't have to worry about the content. In the end, friends, I just want to say, if you are looking to join with us, then I want to say to all that you don't have to worry about the content once you are in our hand. All the content will be provided from our side. You have to just work hard and study and get your exams cleared. Hello friends, how are you all? I hope you are all good. In today's video, we will be discussing important current affairs of 10th May. The session will be very helpful, and we will be discussing important current affairs that will be helping you in your preparation in the long term. So today's current affairs are very helpful, so do pay attention. And I'm saying again, I want you all to make notes in the one-liner format of all the news, of all the slides that we are discussing today. Let's start. First, we are talking about semi-high speed regional train that has been started between Delhi to Meerut. I repeat, recently a semi-high speed regional train has been started between Delhi to Meerut. This train has been started under RRTS scheme. What is this RRTS project, and which organization has developed this high speed regional train between Delhi to network? Let's discuss this. First of all, RRTS. What is this RRTS? This stands for Regional Rapid Transit System. I gave you homework yesterday regarding this, that RRTS, that is your Regional Rapid Transit System. This line was started between Delhi to Meerut. Now the question can be asked that this train, India has received their first semi-high speed regional train for the first phase of National Capital Region Transport Corporation, that is between Delhi to Meerut, and this is of around 82.5 kilometer long. Now the question can be asked is, this train has been delivered by whom? It is your Alstom, a global leader in smart and sustainable mobility. This train was delivered by Alstom. This train has been 100% indigenous. That means it has been developed 100% under Make in India program and Atmanirbhar Bharat ambition only. This train is between Delhi to Meerut, that is around 82.5 kilometer long transit, and this train has been delivered to Delhi by whom? Alstom, that is your company Alstom delivered this train. Then if we talk about this high speed regional train, it has been designed at Alstom's Hyderabad Engineering Center and it has been manufactured at Savli. This design of this train is inspired by Delhi's iconic Lotus Temple. The propulsion system and electricals are manufactured at company's factory in Gujarat. It will have a speed of 180 km per hour. It is expected to reduce the travel time between Delhi and Meerut by 40%. So question can be asked, this regional rapid transit system has been between which two location? It is between Delhi to Meerut. This will reduce the time by 40%. This will cover a distance of 8.2 km. It will have a train. This train is high speed regional train and it is a first phase under the first phase of NCRTC. This train has been developed by and delivered by Alstom. It will have a high speed of 180 km per hour. Next, we are talking about three schemes that have completed 7 years now of providing social security net. These schemes were launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 2015. In May 2015, these three schemes were launched. What are these schemes? First is Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. Second is Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana and your Atal Pension Yojana. These three schemes has completed 7 years of providing social security net. They were launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 9th of May in 2015 and they were launched where? In Kolkata, West Bengal, to provide affordable insurance and security to the people from the unorganized sections of the country. I repeat, question will be direct and simple, that which organization or which schemes that were started by our government of India has completed 7 years. They are Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana and Atal Pension Yojana. As you can see, all these three schemes are related to your insurance sector and helping people who are from the unorganized sector of the society. Next question, if I ask you, which institution recently releases the Periodic Labor Force Survey result in India? Periodic Labor Force Survey. This was the 13th edition of the Periodic Labor Force Survey of India that was released by which organization? Can you tell me? We have discussed this question earlier. It was your National Statistics Officer NSO that released the 13th edition of Periodic Labor Force Survey. And the data that was released is that for the third quarter of 2021, that is from October to December, the unemployment rate in India was 8.7%. I repeat, the unemployment rate for October to December 2021, that is the third quarter of 2021, the unemployment rate in India was around 8.7%. Moving on, Rajasthan became the first solar state with 10 gigawatt of energy capacity. I repeat, which state became the first solar state with 10 gigawatt of solar capacity? It is Rajasthan. Important question. Recently, a data was released by Mercom India Solar Project Tracker report that stated Rajasthan is the fastest emerging as the solar hub after becoming the first state in India to develop 10 gigawatt of solar capacity. Now the question can be asked is, which state is the first state in India that has achieved the 10 gigawatt of solar energy capacity? It is your Rajasthan, and this data is released by Mercom India Solar Project Tracker. If we convert 10 gigawatts into megawatts, that is around 10,506 megawatt. So two questions. First, which state has topped in India to become the first solar state with 10 gigawatt of solar energy capacity? It is your Rajasthan. Next question can be asked that Rajasthan became the first solar state that has reached a capacity of dash solar energy. It is 10 gigawatt. One more thing, remember who released this data. The organization that is giving this data is your Mercom India Solar Project Tracker. Alright, it stated that Rajasthan is becoming the solar hub. Moving on. Next, we are talking about World Trade Center in Delhi. Recently, Lokpal is getting a permanent office in the World Trade Center building in Delhi. I repeat, Lokpal of India is getting a new permanent office in the World Trade Center building in Delhi. Who is the current Lokpal of India? Justice Pinkai Chandra Ghosh was appointed as the India's first chairperson of Lokpal. Important, note this down. Who is the first chairperson of Lokpal who will be getting this permanent office at the World Trade Center building in New Delhi? The chairperson is, and the first chairperson of Lokpal is Justice Pinkai Chandra Ghosh. He was appointed to this post in the year 2019. Alright, apart from this, remember, according to the Department of Personnel and Training of the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, the office is spread around 60,000 square feet on 2 floors, and the office was purchased for rupees 254.88 crore rupees. Apart from this, if we are talking about Lokpal, why it is important and what is a Lokpal? Alright, first of all, who is the chairperson of Lokpal? And the first chairperson of Lokpal, Justice Pinkai Chandra Ghosh, and he was appointed to the post in 2019. Then if we talk about Lokpal is the first of its kind institution that is independent, and it works to look for the corruption against the public offices. I repeat, recently Lokpal was launched. The work of the Lokpal, it is committed to find corruption against public officials who fall within the scope and ambit of the act. That means it will be acting against corruption. Simple and easy term to remember. Why is Lokpal instituted? It will be working against the corruption. If there is a corruption in any department, it is the duty of Lokpal to make it right, to correct that corruption that is going on in that particular department. Lokpal of India is committed to address concerns and aspirations of the citizens of India for clean governance, and it will be promoting what? It will be promoting clean governance. So everything we need to know about Lokpal is here. That Lokpal was, one more question. When was Lokpal established? This Lokpal was established under the Lokpal and Lokayut Act of 2013. Alright. We know who was the first chairperson. Pinkai Chandra Ghosh. He was established as the first chairperson of Lokpal in 2019. And if I ask you, when was Lokpal came? Lokpal was established under the Lokpal and Lokayut Act of 2013, and the work of Lokpal is to ensure clean governance and remove any corruption if there in any of the public offices. Alright, and now the recent news is that Lokpal to get the permanent office at the World Trade Center building in New Delhi. Important. Location is also important, as I have told you, so pay attention to the locations also. Next, Sebi forms an advisory committee for environmental, social and governance related matters. I repeat, recently Sebi has formed a advisory committee for ESG, that is your environmental, social and governance related matters. Then you need to remember, this advisory committee will be chaired by Navneet Munodji. I repeat, this advisory committee that was formed by Sebi will be headed by or chaired by whom? It will be chaired by Navneet Munot, who is the Chief Executive Officer of HDFC Mutual Fund. So, who started this advisory committee on ESG, that is your environmental, social and governance related matters? It was your Sebi who constituted this committee. It was constituted on ESG, and who will be heading this committee? It will be headed by Navneet Munotji, who is the current CEO of HDFC Mutual Fund. So these are something that you need to remember. If we revise, first thing, who constituted the committee? It was constituted by Sebi. Second thing, who will be heading this committee? It will be chaired by Navneet Munotji. And third thing, this committee was on what? This committee was based on the environmental, social and governance related matters. If we look at some of the key responsibility of this particular committee that will be headed by Navneet Munotji, in terms of business responsibility and sustainability report, the committee will look after reviewing the leadership indicators. It will also examine involving disclosures relevant to the Indian context, as well as suggesting areas for assurance and plan for implementation. It will oversee the development of a second or parallel approach for ESG ratings as pet emerging markets such as Focus on S including creation of jobs also. Next we are talking about an honorary member of the Order of the British Empire. I repeat, recently Guru Swami Krishnamurti, an Indian, is ready to receive the British honor of MBE. That is your honorary member of the Order of British Empire. Who will be receiving this award? He is Guru Swami Krishnamurti. He is an Indian. He is the CEO of Penlon, a world-class British medical technology firm, that is Penlon, and he is the CEO of that firm. The Most Excellent Order of the British Empire under the Civil Division Award 2022, that is MBE, that stands for Honorary Member of the Order of British Empire. This award will be given to whom? Guru Swami Krishnamurti. He is the CEO of Penlon. And what is Penlon? It is a British medical technology firm. This award will be presented from the Queen at Buckingham Palace, alright, that is in London, UK. This award will be presented to Guru Swami Krishnamurti by Queen at the Buckingham Palace in London, UK. And if asked that Guru Swami Krishnamurti, he is from which state? He is from Tamil Nadu and he is an Indian. Currently, he is at the post of CEO of Penlon, that is a world-class British medical technology firm. The British Honorary Awards are awarded twice in a year. First during the New Year and again in the June month on the date of Queen's official birthday. So twice the British Honorary Awards are presented, and this time this honorary member of the Order of the British Empire, this award was presented to whom? It was given to Guru Swami Krishnamurti, who is an Indian, who is a CEO of Penlon, and he is from which state? If we ask from India, he belongs from Tamil Nadu. If we are talking about the member of the Order of the British Award that will be presented, this MBE is the third highest rank order of the British Empire, excluding the knighthood or damehood after the commander of the Order of the British Empire. That is the highest award. Alright. So if asked which is the highest award of Britain or UK, it is your Commander of the Order of British Empire, that is your CBE. And now this award that was presented to Krishnamurti, it is your MBE, that is the third highest award. And what is MBE? Member of the Order of the British Empire. And the highest award is, that is CBE, that stands for Commander of the Order of the British Empire. Then an officer of the Order of the British Empire is the second highest award. So if we write in order, first highest is your Commander of the Order of British Empire. Second highest is your OBE, that is your officer of the Order of British Empire. And the third highest award is your MBE, that is your Member of the Order of the British Empire. These are the highest awards of United Kingdom, that is your UK. Moving on. Next we are talking about Rolland Book Prize Award. Recently, a Bengali translation of a French novel, that is Mursault contre Antique. This book was awarded with Rolland Book Prize Award for the year 2022. I repeat, this was the Bengali translation of a French novel, that is Mursault contre Antique. This book, this is the fifth, then remember this is the fifth edition of the Rolland Book Prize Award that was presented to a Bengali translated book of the French novel, that was Mursault contre Antique, that is the Mursault investigation. Alright, this word contre Antique, it stands for investigation. This book was translated from French into Bengali, and this Bengali novel was awarded with the Rolland Book Prize. That was the fifth edition of this Rolland Book Prize. The award ceremony was organized by the French Institute in India. Alright, so coming back, what is the name of the book that was awarded with the Rolland Book Prize 2022? It was a Bengali translation of a French novel, that is Mursault contre Antique, and in English it stands for the Mursault investigation. Then if we talk about Rolland Book Prize, this award is presented to any finest translation of a French novel, that is any translation of French into any Indian language, then this award is presented to it. I repeat, Rolland Book Prize Award is presented to any finest translation of a French title into any Indian language, and this can be also English. The winning publisher and the translator will each receive a guided trip to the Paris Book Fair of 2023. Alright, so coming back, this Rolland Book Prize Award was presented to whom? This was presented to a Bengali translation of a French novel. As we know, this award is presented to any book or any novel that is translated from French into any Indian language. And this award was first of all, or this first time, the first edition of this award was presented in 2017. That was established in 2017. Next we are talking about appointments. Who has been appointed as the president of Costa Rica? He is Rodrigo Chaves. As you can see him in the picture, he has been appointed as the president of Costa Rica. Alright, Rodrigo Chaves. He is from the Social Democratic Progress Party, that is SDPP. He has been appointed as the president of Costa Rica for 4-year term. For 4 years he has been appointed. Next, if we talk about Rodrigo, he has been nearly 30 years of experience as an economist with the World Bank, with expertise in macroeconomics, public policy and finance. He has also served as the finance minister of the administration of outgoing president Carlo Alvarado for 7 months, that is from 2019 to 2020. So he was earlier the finance minister also. He has also worked with the World Bank, and now Rodrigo Chaves has been appointed as the president of Costa Rica. Next we are talking about CAPF Purivas. Recently, Ministry of Home Affairs have launched CAPF Purivas to facilitate the retired Central Armed Police Force Assam Rifle personnel to secure employment. Who is the Minister of Home Affairs? Amit Shah, we all know. So this CAPF Purivas was launched by which ministry? It was launched by Ministry of Home Affairs. And this was launched why? What was the reason? It is to facilitate the retired Central Armed Police Force and Assam Rifle personnel so that they can secure employment after their retirement. Alright, that means once they are retired, they will be able to gain, or they will be able to apply for various employments after that. That was the reason of this CAPF Purivas that was launched by Ministry of Home Affairs. And this will be targeting whom? They will be targeting, this scheme will be targeting CAPF personnels and Assam Rifles. Alright, Assam Rifle personnel. So they both will be targeted under this. The Ministry of Home Affairs has launched a portal, CAPF Purivas, for the benefit of personnel belonging to Central Armed Police Forces like CRPF and BSF seeking employment after their retirement. Then, if we revise this topic, who launched this CAPF Purivas? This was launched by Ministry of Home Affairs. What was launched by Ministry of Home Affairs? CAPF Purivas. This will be targeting whom? CAPF and your Assam Rifle personnel too. And what was the reason of this launching? It was to secure employment after retirement. So these are the 4 things that you need to remember from this topic. If I ask you, which Indian state recently passed a startup policy to support 15,000 startups by 2030? So remember, this scheme was started by New Delhi. New Delhi has also started hobby hubs. They have also started My EV portal. This is to promote e-autos, electric autos, and hobby hubs will be launched in the government schools of Delhi. Alright. Next, if we talk about Miami Grand Prix title, who has won the Miami Grand Prix title? He is Max Verstappen. He drives for which company? He drives for Red Bull. Alright, so who won the Miami Grand Prix title 2022? It was won by a Belgium Dutch driver. He drives for Red Bull. He is Max Verstappen. As you can see here the ranking, first is Max Verstappen, second is Charles Leclerc, and third is Carlos. Next we are talking about chess tournament. As you can see him in the picture, we all know he is D. Gukesh. And he is a grandmaster. He is an Indian grandmaster, and he has won the Sunway Formatra. I repeat, He has won the Sunway Formentera Open Chess Tournament recently. That was won by whom? D. Gukesh. So what all things that you need to remember here is that Indian Grandmaster D. Gukesh, who is from Chennai, Tamil Nadu, became the champion in the first Chessable Sunway Formentera Open 2022 chess tournament. This was held in Spain. So what are the things you need to remember? Who won this Sunway Formentera Open Chess Tournament? It was won by D. Gukesh. D. Gukesh is from Tamil Nadu. What did D. Gukesh won? He won the Sunway Formentera Open Chess Tournament. Where was this Open Chess Tournament held? This was held in Spain. So location is also important. Before this, if you remember, D. Gukesh has also won the 48th edition of the La Roda tournament. Alright. This La Roda tournament was also held in Spain. So these two things remember. D. Gukesh is from Tamil Nadu. He won the Sunway Formentera Open Chess Tournament that was held in Spain. Before this, he also won the 48th edition of the La Roda tournament that was also held in Spain. And he is D. Gukesh, as you can see him in the picture. Next, ELO rating points. What are ELO rating points? First of all, question will be related to that ELO rating point is related to which sports? This is related to chess. This ELO rating system measures the relative strength of a player in some games such as chess compared to other players. This was created by Arpad ELO. Alright, ELO rating point in chess will be comparing what this will be comparing the relative strength of a player in some games. Next, we will be talking about Khelo India Youth Games mascot that was recently launched by Union Sports Minister Anurag Thakur, that is Dhakad. I repeat, what is the name of the mascot of Khelo India Youth Game that was launched by Anurag Thakur? The name is Dhakad. What is the name? Dhakad. Alright, then remember, if we are talking about India Youth Games, where this Khelo India Youth Games will be held. Khelo India Youth Games will be held in Haryana. This is the 4th edition of the Khelo India Youth Games that will be held in Panchkula, Haryana. Alright, and what is the mascot of it? The mascot is Dhakad. What is the mascot of these games? It is Dhakad. Haryana is set to host the 4th edition of the Khelo India Youth Games from 4th of June to 13th of June in Panchkula. And where is Panchkula? Panchkula is in Haryana. These games are organized jointly by the Haryana government, the Union Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, and the Sports Authority of India. So coming back, if we are talking about the mascot of the Khelo India Youth Games, that is the 4th edition of the Khelo India Youth Games that will be held in Haryana. And what is the mascot of that game? It is Dhakad. So coming back, what is the mascot of the 4th Khelo India Youth Games 2022? It is Dhakad. Where they will be held? They will be held in Haryana. In Haryana too, they will be held in Panchkula. If we are talking about Haryana, remember, International Solar Alliance, the headquarters of this International Solar Alliance is in Gurugram, Haryana. It is a joint venture between India and France that was started in 2015. Moving on. If we are talking about obituary, remember recently a very famous Odia literator Rajat Kumar Kar has passed away. As you can see him in the picture, question can be asked, Rajat Kumar Kar, he was related to the literature of which language, or he was related to which language? He was a Odia literator. Alright, mark this important. Here you can see he was a Padma Shri awardee and an eminent Odia literator. Rajat Kumar Kar died in Bhubaneswar, Odisha on 8th of May 2022. Another question can be asked is Rajat Kumar Kar was awarded with which Padma award? He was awarded with Padma Shri, and he is related to which language? He is related to Odia. Next, World Red Cross and Red Crescent Day is observed on which day? On 8th of May. World Thalassemia Day. World Thalassemia Day is observed on 8th of May. Remember this World Thalassemia Day. There is a question for you in your homework related to this. Then next we are talking about World War II. Time of remembrance and reconciliation for those who lost their lives during the Second World War. We observe this day on 8th and 9th of May. It is observed by United Nations. So United Nations time of remembrance and reconciliation for those who lost their life during the Second World War. It is an annual 2 day that is observed all over the globe on 8th and 9th of May to pay tribute to the victims of Second World War. Alright, this Second World War took place between 1939 to 1945, and remember this year it was the 77th anniversary of the end of World War II. Remember this is also question can be asked that in 2022 which anniversary of the end of World War II was celebrated. It was the 77th anniversary that was observed. So friends, this was your content for 10th of May. Now let's shift to the homework part. First question. Rakhigiri, which was seen in news recently, is a Harappan site which is located in which state? Second question. Which country has reported a rare viral infection thereby monkeypox? Third question. John Lee, who was in news recently, is the newly elected leader of which country? Fourth, thalassemia is a disease associated with which of the following body part? And Thalassemia Day is observed on 8th of May. So thalassemia is related to which body part? Fifth question. Carlos Alcaraz won the Madrid Open title recently. He is from which country? Tell me. These are the 5 important questions that are your homework. I want all of you to comment below, and I hope that this suggestion was very helpful to all of you and you gained some information. If you gained some information, I want all of you to comment below that what are your views on such type of sessions, and if you want us to continue with such sessions, do comment below. Also, if you have any trouble regarding login or payment or any other issues, then you can reach to us on our mail, that is support@affairscloud.com, or you can call us on the number 9677333862 and we'll resolve your issue as soon as possible. Also, you should go and check our courses that are available at a very reasonable price, and that will help you to boost your preparation.